welcome back. This week is a really exciting episode. You probably already know that I met with my fertility doctor this past Tuesday. Really exciting. She's the same doctor I used to conceive Leo, and that kind of made me feel a little bit better just because it was nothing super new. I kind of knew what to expect. But if you are somebody that has no idea what to expect and it's your first time doing it, you're so not alone. I was actually still a little bit nervous. I don't know why. I think just because this is something huge that's hopefully going to happen in my life. So I think with anything big that's you're planning for, you're going to get a little bit nervous and anxious and excited. So I felt a bit of that. It went really well. She was super nice. She was super excited for me, which was wonderful. And she honestly, I asked her just basic questions. She asked me the basic questions, like how's my health? Has anything changed over the years? How has motherhood been treating me? She asked about how my labor and delivery went with Leo, because she actually was not the doctor that helped me deliver my child. I don't know if I ever really got into that, because I know for myself, I never really realized what that was like. So maybe we'll dive into that just quickly. So if you do something similar to what I did, IUI, going to a clinic, you will be followed by a fertility doctor there, okay, until you conceive. I believe I saw my doctor when I was trying to conceive Leo once or twice. That was it. And even for the actual insemination, it was like a nurse person that did that. The blood work, the ovarian reserve test, all of those things, I'm pretty sure were nurses and or doctors, but I saw my actual fertility doctor once or twice. Anyways, not super important, but once you conceive, typically it's similar that their OBGYN will then follow their pregnancy and you will deliver with said OBGYN typically. So the fertility doctor just really helps, format a plan for your specific needs, and then once you conceive, you're off to your other doctor. So again, I probably won't see her very often. So it was a lot of catch up, which was nice. She congratulated me on Leo. All she said that we really need to get done is update some blood work, make sure everything is all good. I need to get a pap test because I am incredibly late on getting my paps, which is not good. And definitely stay on top of your health, women. I need to be better at that. It's part of my becoming her challenge that I'm doing, that I'm trying to take better care of myself and prioritize my wellness. But things like going to get a pap test done routinely is super important. So we're getting that done quickly. And yes, blood work. With both my kids, I had gestational diabetes, which was not fun, but she wants to test me for diabetes before I start getting pregnant, just to see if I'm pre-diabetic outside of pregnancy, just so we can, get a handle on that if that happens to be the situation, and to, prepare. And yeah, we're just going to do an ovarian reserve test quick, and that's really it, and start tracking my ovulation to get going. And yeah, she seems very hopeful. She said 35 is really young, which is reassuring. At the clinic that I go to, the oldest, I don't like saying old, it sounds awful, but the oldest women that they work with to help them conceive when they're this age, it's usually with egg donation, but the age is 52. And she told me that, and I thought that was incredible. I was a little bit ignorant and not thinking that was an option. I knew, and I've made connections with women in their 40s that have conceived, and it's fantastic. I didn't realize women were 52 and doing this. And I was so happy to hear that information. My eyes lit up, and it was just really exciting, because I think for so long we're taught that you better hurry, time's a ticking, and we rush, and oftentimes we rush relationships and rush to get married and try to, we settle with the wrong people because we think, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do this. And fortunately, there are options, and time isn't ticking as quickly as we used to think it was, and the options are only getting better, and the treatment options, and just the doctor's knowledge, and how open-minded the professionals have become. And yeah, the resources are incredible. So it's really exciting news. But yes, so because I'm 35, she's not worried. That's still young medically per her as a medical professional, which is good to hear. And yeah, she doesn't think I need to do anything special. She has me starting folic acid, which is very routine, and vitamin D, which is routine as well. And that's basically it. It went well. We're happy. We're excited. I meet with the nurse next week, and from there, it's just going to go really, really quickly. Now, I asked on Instagram, if you're not already following on Instagram, I'm going to put it here and the link below. Follow, because that's where I'm able to kind of share every little thing. So follow along over there, because you would have missed this question opportunity. So yeah, I asked you to ask any questions you had. I got a lot of the same questions, which is not surprising, but I'm just going to jump in. So, am I doing IUI or IVF? And what did I do with Leo? So, I did IUI for Leo, unmedicated. I did 3 separate rounds, and on my 3rd try, I conceived him. I'm very lucky, okay? There are, again, girlfriends that I have made that conceived first try unmedicated, and I have girlfriends that have had to do IVF and have had to do many rounds. And I mean, the one thing that we all absolutely without question have in common is that we are all excited to be a mom, and then when we are a mom, it is the biggest blessing. That I must say that it is hard and harder for the moms that struggle with fertility, the women that struggle with fertility. But one thing, again, that the majority say is they wish they just knew that there was light at the end of the tunnel. So I just want to send you well wishes and love and hope if you are somebody that's struggling with fertility. And I'm praying that your time comes, and to just stay strong. And if you ever need somebody to chat with, please reach out. If it's not me, again, I have a whole group of girlfriends and fertility warriors that you can chat with that could help support you as well. But yes, so with the new baby, we're hoping it's going to be IUI. Again, most fertility doctors are going to have you start with IUI unmedicated, unless there's some complications that they find early on. And then you go from there. Usually it's 3 to 6 rounds of IUI. And then they'll usually start to see like, okay, maybe we need to do some adjusting, look at your options, and sometimes they'll go a different route. In my case, I've never gotten to that point. So we're hoping that it's quick and easy unmedicated IUI, just like it was with Leo. And that leads to, am I using the same donor? I haven't settled completely on that choice. I would like to. However, I didn't buy enough vials because I am a dingus. I was recommended to buy multiple vials in case it worked, and then I wanted to have more. I didn't think I was gonna have more. I was certain I had my 2, I was gonna be fine. And not that I'm not fine, but I thought that 2 was gonna be my max. However, I don't feel that way, obviously, and I wish I had bought more vials. So we're still trying to figure that part out. If I'm able to purchase more vials of the same donor, I will. If I'm not, I do have a couple of options that I have looked through with Fairfax Cryobank, who I'm obsessed with, and they have really great options. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that part of it, okay? Next question is, am I doing genetic testing? And did I do genetic testing when I tried to conceive Leo? And just because of the fact that I had already, I was already a mom, and did I think that that was important? I didn't do genetic testing. I chose a donor that had no markers of anything, and I felt comfortable with that. And I had never done any genetic testing with Riley. I didn't even know that was a thing. Honestly, I was engaged to marry her father, and I was kind of blind and ignorant to the fact that like maybe you could do that. I don't know. I'm gonna see which donor I choose. With Leo's donor, I don't feel like I need to, because again, I've conceived with that donor. There were no genetic markers that were of any concern, and because of that, I felt okay. Again, if I was gonna use the same one, I would feel like okay again. If that changes, I will do genetic testing. And I just want to add a disclaimer that speaking with medical professionals on my podcast and things like that, they absolutely recommend doing genetic testing just for the welfare of the child, because there can be complications, and getting ahead of that obviously is of benefit to you and your future child or children. So it's absolutely recommended. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do that. We'll see. I'll keep you posted though. Another one is GP referral. When I first was starting this whole process again with Leo, this is like 4 years ago now. When I was starting that whole process, I got a referral from my GP and I ended up going to a different fertility bank. I mean, for me, it didn't change anything. Like, I was able to call on my own and get an appointment with a fertility specialist. I didn't need any papers or anything. They didn't ask for anything. Again, everybody's different. Some women have easy peasy situations and others unfortunately do not. So your specific case could very well be very similar to mine or very different. I would recommend, if you see your GP frequently or it's easy to book an appointment, I would do that. You can go that route, or you can call a fertility clinic in your area and call around and shop around and see. And a super big one that I got thousands, almost hundreds maybe, of questions about how to afford it. This is a big one, okay? I am wealthy in a lot of ways, okay? In the sense that I have an abundance of everything that we need. We don't go without. I'm very lucky and blessed, and I'm grateful every single day. But also in the same breath, we don't live a lavish lifestyle yet. And I don't have tons and tons and tons of money on the side to prepare for this. I don't think a lot of people do, honestly, when it comes to fertility. And I mean, I'm doing it one at a time, taking it as it comes. And I'm just, that's kind of my personality. I feel like I'm just somebody that it's like, we just kind of roll with the punches, I guess. So for right now, we're trying. I have enough funds, thankfully, to be able to try again, and we'll see how things happen. I will also add that I am blessed to have been born in Canada, where we have free healthcare. I won't get into that whole situation. Again, very lucky. I'm not paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to deliver in a hospital, and that is insane to me that is a reality for so many. In that case, I don't really have advice or tips and tricks because it hasn't been part of my experience. But again, maybe I can link you guys up with other moms in the US that have done this and how they kind of balance their books to make it happen. But it is tough, and I've heard so many stories, and it's insane, the medical bills that many of you have to deal with, and I'm so sorry about that. How was the appointment? There was a lot of that. I mean, we really got into that. I kind of shared at the beginning of the video what we talked about and what we're preparing for and so forth. And yeah, I mean, it went well. I'm really happy. I'm excited. I'm feeling good about it. So thank you for asking. Now, I have a lot of questions also about like what about this whole process is covered inside of my program, Single Mom Mindset. It's a program that I created after I had Leo, who is my first child that I had using a donor. Okay, it's my second child overall. And I shared that program as a resource that I wish I had. Okay, it goes through the ins and outs of everything, including the things that I'm sharing with you right now. And we dive deeper. There are tons of resources. Be able to get you from A to Z, truly, on your own journey as a single mom by choice. We work through mindset. We work through if this is really the right call for you. We work through budgeting. We work through work-life balance. We work through childcare options. We work through pregnancy as a single mom, complications that can come from being a single mom by choice, parenting a donor-conceived child, things to look for, things to do differently, and so many things. All of the things are really it was important to me to share all of those things inside of the program because, again, there was nothing available to me when I was trying to conceive Leo, and I felt like completely on my own, and I created the program to be able to help other women that are thinking about doing this or at the beginning of doing this feel empowered and excited and feel like they have all the information that they need, and to then ultimately be confident in this choice and excited about it, because that's what you deserve to be, right? So yes, everything that we're talking about in here on YouTube and on Instagram and everything on socials is inside the program and more. Like, we are deep diving into everything, okay? And it's all in one little pretty package. Yeah, it's the ultimate program, and I recommend it to everybody that is considering this journey, because it's going to help you through the entire thing. So yes, everything is in there. And lastly, how am I preparing my body for pregnancy? I am on a little bit of a weight loss journey, a wellness journey, really a health journey, because I'm not really concerned so much about the scale numbers, but just about overall feeling well and like nourishing my body, nourishing my mind, trying to de-stress, trying to live a chiller, less stressful life and less fast paced. And I am deep diving into like romanticizing the life that I have now and just enjoying every moment in the now. I feel like we all get very fixated on the next and, you know, what's bigger, what's better, what's coming. And yeah, that's where a lot of the anxiety comes from, and social media does not help that. But yeah, I'm focusing on just really taking care of myself and looking forward with positive energy, but also loving the moments that I'm having right now and trying to really enjoy the process. And I'm excited to be able to share in real time, like as everything unfolds. So I'm grateful to you. If you have more questions, please don't be shy. I hope to answer your question next time. And thank you for being here. If you're interested in the program, I'll link everything below, social medias. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.